Hello and welcome to Fuss & O'Neill's Community Explorer online tutorials. This is one of a series of short demonstrations introducing you to the functions of Community Explorer. We'll be using the CEO site of the town of Old Saybrook, Connecticut for this demonstration. In this demo we'll be looking at the search widget. The search widget not only allows you to search out a particular parcel or group of parcels, it also allows you to identify the surrounding parcels and to create a mailing list of those parcels. The search window is open by default when you open CEO, but you can close it and reopen it at any time. Let's take a look at it. You'll notice there's 5 buttons across the top. The middle button, text search, is the most commonly used. The graphical search allows you to search an area by drawing a graphic on a map. All the parcels that fall within the graphic are returned. So every parcel that was crossed by that line is selected. The spatial search allows you to create a buffer to set distance around a parcel. You can set the distance to be used. You can also set the units. For a simple butters list, leave it set at 50 feet. That way it'll just get the parcels that are actually touching the parcel you're using as a target. You can also choose the color and transparency you want the buffer to have. This would select the buffer, and this changes the transparency. Text search gives you the option to search in a few ways. You can search by address, parcel owner, by the parcel number or a list number as it's often called, and by the parcel identification number or PIN. For this demo we'll search by address. Let's say you know a person lives on Oak Street and that their last name is Smith, but you're not sure of the first name or house number. So let's type in Oak Street. We don't have to use capitals. And you'll hit search, and it returns us 4 records. Now we scroll down until we find Smith, and there's Smith. If you didn't know it was Oak Street or Oak Avenue or Oak Road, you could just type in Oak, but you'd have many more records you'd have to inspect. The more complete the address you type in, the less returns you'll look through. And the same is true of searches using names or parcel numbers or PINs. The more you put in, the less returns you'll get. Now at this point we have several options. We can show all the return addresses for Oak Street in a grid. We'll use this Show Results in Grid button for that. And here are our 4 addresses. The grid gives us the option to export the list. We can export it as a PDF, a CSV, or a text file. Now the PDF is static. When you open the PDF you really can't do much but look at it and print it. If we use CSV or text, we can open it up in something like Microsoft Excel and edit it. All 3 formats can be printed. So if we say choose to export to text and hit export, it'll ask us where we want to put it, what we want to name it, and we can just export that way. Now to select only the parcel we want, navigate to it, then you right click on it and select only this parcel. This automatically brings up the grid and changes the search window to spatial search. Or you're not ready to do a search for a butters or surrounding area. To create a buffer around the property, set the distance in units. We'll leave it at 50 feet and hit the buffer button. And here we see the parcel and we see the buffer around it. Now if we search for the parcels that are intersected by the buffer, we do that by clicking on the Intersected By button. And that gives us a list of all the parcels that actually touch our target parcel. And you get a grid, and you can export this list for printing and mailing, whatever. Okay, now clear your search, and you go back to text search, and you're ready to start over again.